Hola, ¿qué tal todos? Profesor Pablo, lesson 166, sentence starters, telling someone to do something. And again, we have the present subjunctive verb number 8. We have the tow vehicle, which is either dile que or diles que or dígale que or dígales que. We have the hitch is there, it's que. And then the trailer at the end that's being towed along by the start of the sentence is present subjunctive verb number 8, opposite vowel. So in red, we have two clusters of two. Dile que is the familiar command, tell him or her to. Diles que is tell them to do something, and that's the familiar command as well. Dígale que is the usted command, the formal command, tell him or her to. And dígales que is the formal command as well, telling them to. Our key points again, present subjunctive is verb number 8. It's opposite vowel. It's based on the usted command. Roll it all the way through. Remember your 5 irregulars. Vaya, esté, de, sepa, and sea. Those come from ir, estar, dar, saber, and ser. Again, those irregular commands are vaya, esté, de, sepa, and sea. And point number 2, all present subjunctive conjugations, again, are based on the usted command. Let's look at our infinitives, our vocab. Sentarse, to sit down, that's an IE stem change. Irse is going to have vaya, it's irregular, to take off. No hacerlo, we know hacer is a go verb, to do it. Seguir, to follow the instructions. Seguir is an E to I. Dar is irregular, to feed the dog. Irse again, irregular, vaya. Pagar is a cargar-zar verb, to pay the bills. Tomar mucha agua, that is a regular verb. Manejar con cuidado, to drive safely, that is a regular verb. Calmarse, that's a regular verb. Ahorrar dinero, that's a regular verb. The right-hand column, esperar, to wait, that's a regular verb. Gritar, to shout, that's a regular verb. Llamar después, to call later, that's a regular verb. Recoger is a G to J. That J is going to follow all the way through in the subjunctive. Traer el dinero, to bring the money. We know traer is a go verb. Pagar, to pay. We know it's a cargar-zar verb. Cuidarse, to take care. That's a regular verb. Conducir con cuidado, to drive carefully. That's a ZC. That ZC will be all the way through subjunctive. Decir la verdad, to tell the truth. We know decir is a go verb. Callarse is a regular verb. Embestirse is an E to I stem changing verb. Let us remember that all present subjunctive verbs end in opposite vowel. Let's look at our analogy. We have a tow vehicle, the trailer hitch, and the trailer. The tow vehicle in this case is either dile, diles, digale, or digales. The hitch is always the word que, and the trailer in this case will be whatever verb you use, but in the opposite vowel form of VN8, present subjunctive. All right, let's take a look at our first example. Tell him or her to come. Well, to come is a go verb. Dile que venga. Good. Tell him or her to sleep more. Dile que dormir is a UE stem change. Dile que duerma más. Tell him or her to not shout. Regular verb. Dile. Oh, this is the usted command, formal. Okay, so it's dígale que no grite. Tell her or him to not fall. Dile que no se caiga. Caer is a go verb. Caigo. Tell them not to litter. Diles que no tiren la basura. Regular verb. Okay, now we have recoger, to pick up. It's a G to J. Tell them to pick up the trash. Diles que recojan la basura. Tell them to not take off. Irse. We're going to have vaya. Diles que no se vayan. Tell him or her to not do it. Dile que no lo haga. Tell him or her to call you later. Dile que te llame después. Tell them to quiet down. Usted command, dígales que se callen. Tell him or her to drive carefully. Dile que maneje con cuidado. Regular verb. Tell her or him to drive carefully with conducir. That's a ZC verb. Dile que conduzca con cuidado. Carefully, con cuidado, with caution. Tell them to take care of themselves. Regular verb. Diles que se cuiden. Tell her or him to feed the dog. It's an irregular verb. Dile que dé de comer al perro. All right, now you see the de with the accent and the de without. Perfect. Juxtaposition of the two. De with the accent comes from the verb to give, and de without the accent means of or from. Dile que dé de comer al perro. All right, our next one, tell him not to say anything. Dile que no diga nada. It's a go verb. Tell them to serve dinner. It's E to I. Diles que sirvan la comida or la cena. Either way. Tell her to wait for us. Esperar, regular verb. Dile que nos espere. Tell them to leave. It's a go verb. If it's salir, but we're using irse, so we have vaya that will pop up again. Diles que se vayan. Tell her to save money. Regular verb. Dile que ahorre dinero. Tell them to think it over. Pensar is an IE stem change. Diles que lo piensen. Tell him to quiet down. Dile que se calle. Tell them to quiet down. Diles que se callen. And the last one, to get dressed, is vestirse. It's an E to I stem change. Diles a los niños que se vistan. All right, we have successfully completed another present subjunctive verb number 8. Hopefully, you're starting to get the hang of it. Understand its opposite vowel. You know, there's a lot of stem changers. There's the G to J. There's the go verbs, right? The cargars Rs. We're getting really good at this. Okay, that's it for lesson 166. Let's move on. Gracias por escuchar. Hasta la próxima lección. This is Profesor Pablo signing off. Cambio fuera.